Natural disasters affect people the world over. John Holmes, UN Under-Secretary-General for Humanitarian Affairs, said recently that we're still to some extent sleepwalking our way into disasters for the future, which we know are going to happen. In Bangladesh, known as one of the most disaster-prone countries in the world, this impact is being felt keenly. Surrounded by the world's largest river delta, and all too familiar with the threat of cyclones, the country's geography and climate are a source of both life and death. This threat is compounded by the vulnerability of people. On the night of November 15, 2007, Cyclone Sidr illustrated this vulnerability. Winds of up to 240 kilometers per hour and the related flooding tore a path of destruction through the country. 3,363 people lost their lives, and more than 1.5 million families had homes damaged or destroyed. In Purakatha, in southwest Bangladesh, Nandi Rani was one of those affected. A Hindu woman whose husband died when her daughter was just a young girl, she works in the surrounding fields collecting vegetables for sale. Her old house was a small, fragile structure made of bamboo and straw. Cyclone Sidr tossed this house and her belongings through the air like twigs. In a matter of minutes, the already narrow margins within which Nandi and her daughter were living shrank considerably. Yet, with the joint financial support of UNDP and DFID, UNDP, through its core family shelter program, is working to change this situation, constructing homes that provide shelter and security to their occupants. Appropriate to local cultural and climate needs, the shelters can be modified in the future while still retaining the core safety elements, such as cross-bracing for strength and a 2-metre high mezzanine level for flood protection. Safety features like these are planned and included in each element of the house, from design to construction to materials, as Stephen Goldfinch, UNDP's Program Officer for the Core Family Shelter Program, explains.
So when you first see the shelter, you'll see that it's made out of brick, which is very resilient to high winds. But then you'll also see that there are a number of ventilation holes. So in the event that a flood breaches the plinth, which is already much higher than a regular flooding, the water will be able to pass through the house and will not damage it.
The program is targeted at those most in need: women-headed households, families with disabilities, the extreme poor, and families where aged members are the sole earners. Now living in her new house, the changes for Nandi and her daughter are many and varied. With a solid roof over her head, she is more confident in approaching the other challenges that life throws at her. With the foundations of bricks and mortar that UNDP can supply, Nandi's own strength and resilience are transforming this core family shelter into her family.